Today we celebrate, but tomorrow the work begins.
In 2010, one of the world's smallest nations won the right to host the world's biggest sporting event, the 2022 World Cup.
This is going to be a legacy.
All eyes would now turn to Qatar, the desert nation that has become an oasis of affluence.
If you want to make money, Qatar is a place to do it.
I love it.
And its beating heart is a place like no other. The Pearl, an astonishing man-made island where all that glisters is almost certainly gold.
It's not easy to build all of this from scratch.
In this series, we delve inside this world within a world.
Right now, everyone wants to be in Qatar.
A magnet for sporting superstars.
I can feel the energy, I can see the excitement.
We'll meet the locals.
Rolls-Royce is one of my favorite cars.
And those who keep paradise ticking along.
Organizing the World Cup proves that we are a small country, can do big things.
And soon, this normally tranquil place will be faced with daunting and unfamiliar challenges. And the pressure is on for everyone.
There is actually no chance that we can be delayed at all. We've got to open in time for the World Cup.
Welcome to the Pearl.
Let an oyster between its twin shells catch a raindrop. Then will the raindrop become a pearl. This was the view of a learned 13th century Arab geographer. Modern science has disproved this theory of the process, but who will dispute the beauty of a pearl?
For over a century, pearls were the lifeblood of the economy in the Gulf region.
Once, half the pearls in the world came from the Gulf.
Individually fished out by pearl divers.
Very few oysters catch that magic raindrop.
Although the industry was all but destroyed when the Japanese started to farm pearls in the early 20th century, the precious gemstones have now lent their name and ethos to the most audacious infrastructure development in Qatar's history.
It is a unique project. It's never been done in Qatar before.
His Excellency Turki Mohammed Al Qatar is chairman of the UDC, the master developer of the Pearl Island.
The magnitude of the project was huge. Providing a luxury way of life was in Qatar at that time something new.
Today, some of the leading families in Qatar trace their roots and their wealth back to the country's traditional industry.
This is my love. My father, my grandfather, my father, deeply involved. My uncle, my cousins, all in the pearl.
Hussein Al Fadan is one of the originators of the Pearl Island, an idea that was hatched over 20 years ago and which was unveiled to the world in 2004.
When I came with the idea, all my friends, all the businessmen, they came to my office advising me not to play, not to waste time, not to lose. You will have problem. We made the mock-up, we make everything without knowing whether we can do it or not. Think it and dream big and do it.
Hussein Al Fadan is the patriarch of a sprawling family business that encompasses real estate, hospitality, and luxury brands. But this is a place where everyone is obsessed with the finest things in life. If pearls have been one expression of Qatar's long and luxurious history, then another is perfume.
As a child, I used to collect miniature bottles, and then I decided to upgrade. Every time I buy a bottle that I like, it makes my heart beat.
For centuries, exotic perfumes poured into Qatar from the ancient trading route known as the Silk Road. To preserve this precious heritage, Reem Abu Isa has set up a perfume museum.
Chanel, Elizabeth Arden, and Dior. Every bottle here has a story, a date, a glassmaker, a creator, you know, whether it's a perfumer or a fashion designer, or because they all collaborated together. And this is the beauty of it. I find these more precious to me than jewels. You know, for me, this is a lasting thing. You know, it has survived for 100 years. This is one that I really, really like. Salvador Dali did the design, Le Roi Soleil, and it was made by Baccarat. The auction was on my birthday. I was like, yes, you know, like when I got it, it was the best birthday gift I've ever had, even though I bought it for myself. We're a small country, but everyone now is exposed to the outside world. Qatar at the moment is a country that I can afford to have beautiful, complete collections of whether it's art, whether it's other things. Yeah, we're lucky to be able to.
One other lucky lady on the Pearl is Amal Amin. Artist, entrepreneur, and fashion icon, Amal's lifelong obsession is jewelry.
I love butterflies because butterfly is representative of freedom. Sometimes when I look at my favorite pieces here, I feel like I'm very glad and blessed to own such a piece. It's almost a dream sometimes to own it.
Soon, Amal is planning to open her own jewelry store and is seeking inspiration from her own extensive collection.
We use a lot of pearls and golds in our traditional occasions like Ramadan and Eid, and because of the history of our grandfathers who used to die for pearls. So there is like a deep connection between women's and Qatar and jewelry. It's a habit, an addiction. When you love fashion, you become crazy spender.
Although the World Cup matches will be happening away from the Pearl, for those who live and work on the island, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to showcase their glamorous lifestyle to a global audience.
Rolls-Royce is one of my favorite cars, especially this one. It's 1977, the year of my birthday.
And for Amal, it means the mother of all shopping expeditions, as she looks for items for the boutique she's hoping to open before the tournament starts.
Today I wanted just to be pure like a pearl because we're doing the pearl. So I wanted to wear white to represent purity and transparency. That's why.
Amal is at the region's major jewelry expo, along with buyers and sellers from across the world.
Hello girls, you look beautiful. Thank you. We have everything in Qatar. Most of the international brands are representative here. It's just paradise. We're looking for simple jewelry for daily uses and some big sets for occasions and weddings. Hi. My cousins are there.
Qatar is the fastest growing luxury market in the world and imports around $1 billion worth of jewelry every year.
We specialize in taking the eye print and engrave it into gold.
And this is something very personalized. And people, they love personalized things.
With almost limitless choice, round here, the sky really is the limit.
So every watch has something which was on the moon, which was flown at least 1 million kilometers.
Okay.
So this one here, for example, has a piece of moon inside. And the second one has a piece of Mars inside. It's actually coming down from space to be on your wrist. It's an amazing thing which nobody else has.
And it's 1 out of 1.
Yeah.
10 million, huh? Doha is welcoming the whole world. Soon we are welcoming the World Cup. It's very exciting. The city will be full of visitors, and I really can't wait to host them, to welcome them, and to show them our Qatari hospitality.
Yes,
Take care.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
In its short life, the pearl has become an entrepreneurial magnet to countless new businesses, many of them female-led. British-born Dilla Patel runs her own brand consultancy and was drawn here in part because of the opportunities Qatar offers to women.
Thank you for coming.
I'm from Yorkshire, UK, born and brought up there. I moved here 5 years ago.
Today, she's planning a photo shoot for a client who manufactures clothes from recycled plastic bottles.
I'm excited about this shoot. It's focused on the idea that it's all made from recycled plastic. So for example, this one has 54 recycled plastic bottles in it.
Oh, wow.
The hoodie.
I love the fact that you're all about recycled plastic.
This is beautiful. I love this.
As a female, I feel like I have more privilege here, but it's something that I don't think is portrayed enough. I work with 99% Qatari females. They're fashion-loving females who, they've got their Balenciagas or the Yeezys or the Dior, the Chanel. They love their luxury brands and they're in with the trends. Yeah, they're modern, and fashionable. They are strong, independent females. That looks kind of cool, actually.
Modeling for the day is Olga from Russia.
Hello. So glad you could make it. I'm Rina. Hello. Thanks for coming today.
Do your makeup first, and then we can put the outfit on. I've worked with Olga on numerous shoots. She's usually my go-to model. The makeup artist is from Ukraine, and the model is Russian. And obviously, currently, there's a situation going on which isn't healthy for either of them to be in, but the environment that we build, we can all be at peace with one another. And in Qatar, I feel like because we've all made it our home, there's always common ground between two humans. So you find that and you make it work.
With cordial international relations established, the photo shoot can start in earnest.
You count 1, 2, and you start your action. Yes, go.
Qatar doesn't yet have any homegrown models, but for Westerners working here, the more conservative dress code represents its own kind of liberation.
Here everything is decent. Here you don't have to show your naked body, and that's what I like. People choose me because of my professional skills. People choose me because they see passion and my love to this modeling career, modeling job.
A bit of green screen wizardry beckons, and then the work of these young entrepreneurs will be done.
How many times have you thrown that bottle?
In the past half-century, the Qatari capital Doha has seen a building boom like no other, with the pearl being, well, the jewel in this construction crown. Reclaimed from 500,000 square meters of seabed, it has cost around $15 billion, with some 2.8 million cubic meters of concrete being used. It's an engineering feat like no other, including the world's largest cooling plant, which generates both air conditioning and chilled water for the whole of the pearl.
The pearl is like no other place in the world, honestly speaking. I don't say that because I'm in charge of this place.
Ibrahim Al Othman is president and CEO of the United Development Company, or UDC, and the UDC has ultimate responsibility for the Pearl Island.
Here at UDC, we look after the infrastructure of the island, be it traffic lights, the roads, the sewage system, the security. So we take care of all the details. We're continuously improving the ideas, the concepts that goes behind the development of the pearl. If you see the design of the Pearl Island itself, it is like a shell with the pearl in the middle. Of course, the pearls in the middle are those beautiful hotels that you see around the island. This is how the idea developed. We have a massive number of plots that have been constructed and developed over the years. We have at least 22,000 housing units around the island. We also have at least 350 operational retailers, and the number keeps on increasing. We have to take care of all the details, making sure that this island fulfill its obligations towards its investors, towards its stakeholders, towards its residents, and towards the community itself, because this is what we are aiming here, is to create that lifestyle of a community.
It has taken just 10 years for Ibrahim's model city to rise from the sea. An island full of islands, one of which is home to the 5-star Kempinski Hotel. The 281 rooms are fitted out to the highest standards, and guests have 6 restaurants and 11 swimming pools to choose from. The palatial hotel is designed quite literally to be fit for a king.
Spa entrance. Dusty.
And the man tasked with ensuring that all the guests are treated like royalty is head of housekeeping, Dimitrios.
Any assistance from housekeeping? How are the flowers? I think we need to order more flowers, right? Good morning everyone. Chef Shawan, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
How's everything?
Fine.
All good?
All good.
Good morning, Sunny.
Good morning, sir.
How are you today?
Very good.
Sunny.
Yes, sir.
Can we send this to engineering, please?
Certainly, sir.
Sunny, can you assist me a little bit with the cushions here?
Sure, sir.
Thank you. Sunny, can we please dust this area? Let's go to our VIP suite.
The most luxurious suite is hidden away in its own wing of the hotel.
You can smell the fresh flowers. Very nice. Very good.
Costing $20,000 a night, as well as the 7,000 square feet of space, a personal butler is also provided. He'll even scatter your bed with rose petals.
The bedroom looks awesome, but where is the setup?
A setup, we will make it ready when the guest will come, because if we place the petals now, the petals will be dead. Yes.
Okay, good. Very important is to get all the preferences. The timing, the food, the allergies. Maybe they need the neck pillow, maybe they need the baby crib, maybe they need a specific time of service.
"3,000 miles away from the Pearl, a school of tuna is basking in the warm seas of the southwest coast of Spain. One of their number will soon be destined for the Kempinski Hotel, forming the centerpiece of a ceremony that will help launch a brand new restaurant called Lobito de Mar. With 2 days to go, preparation for the event is still very much a work in progress. And it's down to the new restaurant's head of operations, Delphine Ribeiro, to make sure everything runs smoothly.
We start with the tuna cutting, so when we begin, we will
have light here.
Only the light there.
Yeah. You want to have light directed on him in the cooking? It's nice to see you. Bye-bye.
The main thing on Delphine's plate is whether or not a fish can be caught and transported to the Pearl in time.
Hi, Joseph. How are you?
Hi, Delphine. How are you doing?
I'm good, good. You?
Yeah, good.
Do you have good news?
Yeah, the fish has been harvested today.
Keep me posted. Let me know as soon as he's on a flight and he gets to the airport. We have tuna. So now I'm happy. The tuna has already been caught. It's a good piece. It's 172 kilos. So it's going to be already a good show for everyone.
The new restaurant is the creation of one of Spain's greatest living chefs, Dani Garcia. Awarded 3 Michelin stars in 2019 for his flagship restaurant in Marbella, Danny shocked the culinary world and his staff when just 3 weeks later he announced that he was shutting shop to take his gastronomic vision to all corners of the world.
Pedí perdón, tía. Yo quiero que confiéis en mí, porque lo que viene, de verdad, es la hostia.
Marbella's loss was the Pearl's gain. And today, Danny is briefing the local press about the soon-to-launch restaurant.
I have one concept in my life. There is the same way, you know. It's for us is the flavor, you know. It's the pure flavor. You know? You need to feel that. Yeah, of course, yeah. You need to feel something in your mouth. You know, this is important. Sometimes it's a product, sometimes it's a different preparation. You know, but you need to feel a comfort. You know, it's a comfort food. Qatar is very special always for us. You know, and the next few years, you know, it will be crazy.
Everything now rests on the tuna arriving on time. As the epicenter of luxurious living in Qatar, the Pearl is likely to be a magnet for the hordes of visitors expected during the World Cup. And top influencer Anas Aboukama is doing his best to ensure that they are well informed.
Ahead of the World Cup, which is going to be exciting times for everybody, you'll have a lot of fans coming over to Doha that will be looking for the best spots to dine and enjoy. As a content creator, it's really important for me to feature the trendiest spots in Qatar. So I'm taking you somewhere really cool, literally. The temperature at the moment is in the 40s, but there's no problem because in Doha, some places, especially in the Pearl, enjoy outdoor air conditioning. Today,
Anas is on his way to the Ceremonial Matisse restaurant in the Porto Arabia district of the Pearl. A special out-of-hours meal has been prepared in this exclusive eatery.
Hi, man. How are you?
How are you?
Great seeing you. Really excited for today's lunch.
The Anas seal of approval is much sought after.
So, Ceremonial Matisse is by a celebrity chef called Akram. The cuisine here is inspired by the Silk Road. So you'll have Persian, you'll have Indian, and you'll have Arabic food on the menu.
But today, as well as the sumptuous food, Anas is interested in this culinary hotspot's air conditioning.
It's just 2 meters from here. It's 45 degrees, but we're here chilling in about probably 23 degrees. You're just having a nice meal outdoor. Yeah, we'll get the dessert soon, and I don't think it'll melt because it's really cool out here.
And to show his followers just how effective the AC is, he performs the ice cream test.
We have our ice cream here, and solid, it's not melting. We're closing to 2 minutes. Ice cream still looks great. It hasn't melted at all. The air conditioning has passed the test. Make sure you order the ice cream.
The Pearl bills itself as a paradise of pleasure, but it's also somewhere that many have come to set up a business, including Harriet Jemfua, a British expat who now runs the area's go-to marketing agency.
So do you have a product, do you have a person, do you have a company, do you have a client that you need to make noise about? That's what we do.
Today, she's on her way to a press conference she's arranged to showcase a new top-of-the-range jewelry collection.
So we'll expect to have a good turnout, some Q&A with the, Mr. Ali Al-Fadan himself, which is a rarity.
One item on the agenda is an ultra-rare pink diamond. But while the press are here, Ali Al-Fadan himself is attending to some urgent business.
He's in his office next door. literally looking to see if he's coming down this corridor or through his special door. So either way, I'm positioned.
Having sorted the issue, Mr. Al-Fadan makes his entrance.
I'm very sorry I was late, but something emergency happened and I had to be there. Sorry.
At the top of everyone's list is the pink diamond.
This is the biggest size in the world for such quality stone. 102.60 carats. E-flawless type 2A. For the first time, such a stone shown in Qatar. So this is very rare.
Just one picture. One picture, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. See you on the next one.
Harriet can notch the press conference up as a success. And soon the world will learn of the famous pink diamond. These days, over 50,000 people live on the Pearl, with neighborhoods ranging from the merely luxurious to the unimaginably opulent. There's even a series of islands where you can build your own vision of paradise. Isola Dana, shaped like a string of pearls.
I built a couple of these private islands. These are really the biggest and the fanciest island. This would be what you see in the movies, like James Bond movies or so on.
Ibrahim Al-Jeda is a leading architect. His firm has designed dozens of residences on the island.
The Pearl is very close to my heart. Simply, I've seen it from the very early stages of the backfilling of the island. It's an architect paradise. Here you have a white, open canvas. For an architect, I wouldn't dream of being anywhere else in the world. What we've seen in the last 10 years, the transformation was phenomenal. Not only in architecture, but the infrastructure and the arts movement, the music movement. It's been incredible transformation. We're using our identity as roots. When you're building a nation, you don't expect a return. This is not a business. So when you're doing these landmarks and this infrastructure, that lasts forever.
Those who run the Pearl have been able to hire the very best to build it. And as well as some of the landmark architecture on the island, Ibrahim was commissioned to design one of the 8 stadiums for the World Cup, the Al Thumama Stadium. Today, Ibrahim is inspecting his handiwork as the tournament draws ever closer, including the famous outdoor air conditioning.
As you can see how the wind is blowing from my vitra. Nice cold wind is blowing, and what helps us is also the science. Cold wind will tend to slide down, so even the upper seats would have air conditioning, and that the whole cold air would cool the spectators and eventually land in the pitch for the players. So that will guarantee for them 23 degree. And this is the VVIP lounge.
It may be a level playing field on the pitch, but not all spectators are created equal.
All of these are booked by either sponsors or very high net worth that will book these. The VVIP would always be giving its back to the west, so the sun is always behind you, so that area by default is shaded and the sun doesn't poke you in the eye.
And there's even a notch above, VVIP.
Now we go to one of the sky boxes, and it becomes a VVVIP. You can see how important these private, luxurious places are.
When the World Cup kicks off, who will be in this room?
Royalty, definitely, royalty. Or again, some high net worth. I mean, if you have $1 million, you can have this room with a few seats, probably. This place will be full of life. It will be an exciting moment, really.
Are we allowed on the pitch?
Nope, you're not allowed. Beyond this line, you're not allowed. They take care of this grass like diamonds. I mean, this is the battlefield that's gonna host all these players, so it has to be in a perfect condition.
What would happen if you crossed that line?
I won't let you.
Each of the 8 stadiums is based on an aspect of traditional Qatari culture. One is inspired by the pearl fishing boats that before the discovery of oil and gas fueled the local economy, while the main Al Bayt Stadium is based on Bedouin tents. For its part, the Al Thumama Stadium is inspired by a hat.
In our region, within the Arabian Peninsula, there are several type of hats, and when I was invited to compete for this stadium, and we wanted to depict the head cover, or the al-Gahfiyya, and I started getting deep into the research and learned that there are different patterns. Sometimes kids would say, oh, the Gahfiyya architect, or I became sort of known for this particular Gahfiyya. The Gahfiyya couldn't be a better solution because it's the cover of the stadium. So it's protecting the stadium like it protects your head. It has a sense of belonging. It has a story that relates to our culture. And I think this is what the World Cup is all about at the end of the day, putting the world together. The beauty of the stadiums in Qatar, all of them, one way or another, they reflect the culture.
Were you given a budget for the whole stadium?
Oh, yes.
So what was the budget in the end?
I don't know. This is for the Supreme Committee to state.
If the football stadiums are a chance to showcase Qatari culture to the rest of the world, then the world is very much represented on the Pearl. The Medina Central draws inspiration from the Mediterranean, while the Qanat Cartier is reminiscent of Venice. For residents, the only limits to interior design are your imagination and your budget.
We'll fix the base plate down to the floor, and then we're going to go straight up to the middle so it's seen from upstairs as well.
British builder Tommy Kramer is the go-to man for artificial trees. And along with assistant Luke, has been flown out specially for the installation.
Yeah.
Are you clear of that floor? Clear of the floor, Falako?
Yeah, clear of the floor. It's on the stones now.
The tree took 3 months to build in the UK and features over 6,000 handmade silk leaves.
All these are individual pieces of wood that have been fixed together to give it that shape. We can go as far as their budget. So if someone said, I've got £500,000 budget, you'd build them a £500,000 tree. OK, I'm just going to start sealing the joints in now. Then we have gold painted, so you won't see that. It'll disappear completely.
With the installation almost done, it just needs the green light from interior decorator Alicia Perez.
The concept is to bring nature inside of the house, but in a bespoke way. We started with a tree, but they said, no, we don't want to do a normal tree. And then the golden trunk came up as an idea. It's not my personal taste in the house. When you are an interior designer, you need to listen to the client, you need to understand the client, so he will feel comfortable in the house. The first time I see it with the branches, I saw this morning only the trunk. As you see, it's invisible. They did a really beautiful job. I think everything is fitting. I'm completely happy, yes.
Everything is top end. It's nice.
Qatar is home to some 3 million people, but only a fraction are Qatari citizens. Almost 9 out of 10 are international expats, lured to the Pearl by the promise of a glamorous lifestyle or the chance to make a dime, or both. And among the dazzling residents is former Mrs. Mexico, Yesenia Navarro, who now serves as FIFA ambassador for her home nation.
We are going to a beauty salon to get ready for a very special event tonight, so I have to look fun. I came to Qatar 11 years ago with my family. We came for work. I thought I was going to stay here. We were going to stay here for only maybe a couple of years. and it's been 11 years. Qatar is a country of opportunities. All the events that are happening in Qatar are so luxurious. Like if you do something in Qatar, you have to do it with bling bling. For me, maybe go to events 3 times a week minimum. Now with the World Cup, every single day, I have events. For me, the World Cup is very exciting. I'm very excited to receive in Qatar hundreds of thousands of people that feel the same passion that I feel for football. I try to be modest all the time, but always fashionable, maybe a little bit of sexy. And of course, if I'm going to go to an event, I want to stand out. Like, I want people to see that Yesenia has arrived.
With her diary chock full of engagements, Yesenia's first stop is going to be a date at the Kempinski.
Hello, Michael. How are you? Michael, question. The tuna is already on its way, no?
It's the day of the tuna ceremony at the Kempinski's Lobito de Mar, and Delphine is waiting for 172 kilos of prime Spanish fish.
Literally arriving. We have tuna. To transport it, do we have a forklift or something? He's arriving with the main guest, the tuna.
How are you going to get him out?
Well, with a forklift. Well, and a lot of hands as well.
At last, Dani Garcia gets to meet the giant fish from his home country.
You know, I'm very happy. I see a lot of tuna all the time when I was very child. But, you know, it's very special to me to have the tuna in Qatar, you know. It's the first time that I'm going to do a ronquero out of Spain, you know. And it's a very special fish. The people today in Qatar are going to discover what you can do with the tuna. We are going to open, we are going to cook, and then people have a cocktail, you know, and for sure they are going to enjoy something different and unique.
Haremos tuna.
I have seen a lot of tuna all my life, but for me always is special.
For the well-heeled residents of the Pearl, including Yesenia, it's time for a masterclass in the art of the ronqueo.
I prefer medium size. This size is perfect for me. You know, it's more balanced, the fat.
Ronqueo literally means snoring and refers to the muffled sound the knife makes as it cuts through the fish.
It's like you are sleeping, you know. And I can cook 24 hours with this kind of fish, you know, all the time.
The latest eatery on the Pearl has launched.
It was a very nice experience, learning how, like, you know, you go to restaurants and you just eat tuna without thinking the whole process that has to be before you eat the tuna. It's an art.
It's a very high standard in Doha, but a part of us, we have a very high standards with ourselves. So we are breaking our limits constantly. Dani is on fire, and we conquering the world completely. Doha is just a great place to be, but it's a lot ahead of us.
Lobito de Mar is a glittering addition to the Pearl's culinary scene, and everyone there is hoping that the tuna makes a splash. A new dawn heralds the arrival of the pink diamond. Just flown into the country and ferried straight to the region's leading jewelry expo, where diamond expert Alexander Kenzie gives it the once-over.
We can cut the seal or what?
Yeah, it's one of the largest fancy pink diamonds in Thailand flawless, so that means it's very clean, look prime, and they are the rarest treasures on earth.
It's time for the boss to inspect his firm's latest dazzling acquisition.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
One of a kind.
It's one of the largest, how you say, pink diamonds, internal flawless pink diamonds.
Okay, great.
It's one of a kind. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a rarity. Value-wise, they're all double-digit millions, and you find every, let's say, I don't know, every 10, 20, 40 years, maybe once a lifetime.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
After FaceTime with the boss, Harriet can announce that the pink diamond is officially on the market.
Everything you said is fact-checked and is correct. All the weight, the flawless, and the size and cut is one of a kind. I'll be sending you the link of images. It's such a showstopper.
The World Cup is now just weeks away. And for residents of the Pearl, that means an ever more frenetic schedule of events. A dream team of footballing legends has been flown in especially for an event to promote the tournament's official florists. Casillas, goalkeeping icon and captain of World Cup winners Spain in 2010. David Villa, the Barcelona hero who also helped Spain to World Cup glory. John Terry, former England captain with 5 Premier League trophies under his belt. Kaká, Brazilian legend with the rarest of trebles, Champions League, Ballon d'Or, and World Cup. And Didier Drogba, with both Premier League and Champions League trophies to his name. It's an Aladdin's cave of sporting heroes, and for the distinguished guests, the name of the game is to make sure they get a selfie.
Hi, hello, big fan.
Mexico's FIFA ambassador Yesenia is also on the guest list.
Well, it was an amazing event. I'm so happy and proud. I saw all my friends, football legends, pictures with all of them. I'm very excited and very, very happy.
I can feel the energy. I can see that. I can see the excitement. A lot of constructions. A lot of things are happening. You see the buildings with the pictures of the players. It's happening soon. Amazing.
With the World Cup just around the corner, the starting whistle is about to be blown on one Pearl resident's latest enterprise, Amal's new jewelry boutique.
Today, our loyal clients are going to be there. All the media, some celebrity and fashion designers, a lot of people coming from abroad just to celebrate today. It's a big thing. It's like a wedding. Today is a big day to me, and I worked so hard to make this happen. It's like a museum, and you will explore this tonight. We got confirmation from almost 200 people. I'm excited. I'm never nervous.
Amal has spent months searching out pieces for her new store, which is in one of the area's most prestigious shopping centers. While there's no timepiece from Mars, a Swiss watch loaded with diamonds and sapphires can be yours for $20,000. A 22-carat emerald ring is a snip at $27,000, while a set of earrings with a bracelet is a steal at around $125,000. Among the guests is, of course, Yesenia.
I think it's very important for ladies because like the only thing we can show here is our hands, the neck, our ears. So jewelry, shoes, and bags are the most important thing. You can see only a sneak peek of what they're wearing. It's like you can buy a cake and the cherry on top is good, but what's inside the cake is the most delicious thing.
For Amal, the event is a crucial step in cementing her position as Pearl Queen.
I can't ask for more. It's been like very busy, very happy. People are enjoying, they're experiencing the goods, the perfume, the jewelry, the clothes. I'm very happy. It's just the beginning.
For the creators of the Pearl, the dream hatched 20 years ago has finally become a reality.
We consider the Pearl as really the most glamorous, if you like, destination in not only in Qatar, but also in the region. The Pearl is a pearl. It will shine as long as we take care of it.
It's not that I want it to be a luxury destination. It is a luxury destination. Whether I like it or not, it is a luxury destination. And we always intend to keep it this way. And if we maintain it, and we will be maintaining it at this standard, it will continue forever, inshallah, yeah.
Qataris are collectors, curators, and custodians. Reaching out across the globe, they're drawing in the finest things and people on the planet. The most exclusive address in all of Qatar is the Pearl Island. Home to billionaires, international celebrities, and royalty. No expense is spared in the pursuit of perfection. The Pearl is the last word in luxury, with brands from across the planet. The Maserati dealership, the Ferrari dealership, and the Rolls-Royce dealership are all owned by one family, the Al Fadans.
It's over 70 years old and drives and sounds great.
The family is one of the founding members of the Pearl, with large property ownings all over the island.
The description of the feeling when you are driving such a car, there is no description for it, it's just joy.
And Omar has fueled his passion by building one of the greatest private car collections in the world.
This is what Al Fardan do when we get into love with any of our passion. We just dive deep inside it. We have in this museum at one time 130 units and about 30 motorbikes. The Lotus, 1970, Aston Healey, 1958, Ford Mustang here, Shelby, of course the Jaguar E-Type Series 1.
His collection of Ferraris is world-beating.
First, which is a GTO, the most desired one, going F40, F50, the Enzo and LaFerrari. So those are the most iconic bloodline of Ferrari to be produced. And this is too rare to find them in one collection. Well, I have them all. Today, GTO goes for €6 million, and LaFerrari was sold for $6.5 million in an auction.
It's not enough to be merely a classic in the pantheons of automotive design history. Omar's real passion is for cars that have a global historical importance.
This is the most special part of the collection. The Rolls-Royce is in 1922. It was ordered by, back then, he was the Crown Prince of Japan, and he received it in 23 when he was the Emperor of Japan, Hirohito. This is the Queen of England, grandfather George V. He was coronated in this car in 1911. If you notice, he asked Rolls-Royce not to put their emblem, but his face on it.
And the most valuable car in here?
The rarity of those two Rolls-Royces, I think they're priceless. The rest you can find, you can Google them. Some people just buy old because it's old, and I always say that old is not classic, but every classic is old, has to be old. I think we have quite a nice collection.
While for Omar, his collection of historical cars is the culmination of a life's work, he doesn't limit his interests to just automobiles.
Fabergé egg is very rare because the production is rare, but I have the only one unique Fabergé egg, which was made for Rolls-Royce. It's in my office, actually.
Can we see it?
Of course.
The only person other than Omar allowed to handle the egg is Al Fadan Art Collection Manager, expat Italian, Jenny Marenka.
So the first time that I actually took it out, I was super, super anxious. I still am every time, because I don't want anything to happen to it.
Fabergé eggs are one of the rarest and most sought-after objects in history. Only 69 eggs were ever made. Crafted in St. Petersburg in the late 19th and early 20th century and prized by Russian Tsars.
So we're kind of Carnival maybe.
Some are calling the Qataris the new Medicis, collecting only the best from around the world. Another of the world's most extravagant items is a luxury yacht. There are many already in the Pearl Islands harbour, and many more are coming every day.
I am dockmaster. So basically, anything to do with the docks, it comes under my responsibility.
Matt Sedgwick has been working on the Pearl for 13 years.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
The harbour started with just one marina. Now it has 4.
And as well, we started filling them up with boats, and then this one got finished, filled it up, and just carried it around. So we've got A, B, C, and D, and it's just filled up to what it is now. We've got quite a few transient boats coming in. A lot of the bigger stuff, like 30, 40, 50, 60, 73 metre coming in. Literally coming for the boat, for the World Cup, yes. But to have the big super mega yachts coming in, that'll be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it.
Clearly on the Pearl, there's a growing need for boating luxury. So, at the United Development Company, the master developer of the Pearl Island, the president and CEO, Ibrahim Al Othman, has decided to embark on an ambitious new project.
In my opinion, what we were lacking in the marina was a yacht club. We thought now it's time really to move it and elevate it to the next level.
There you go, there's a yacht club. So people will be able to bring their yacht here, moor up, and then walk down the pontoon and then walk straight into the yacht club.
Qataris have exceptionally high standards, so all eyes are on us. I think there'll be a lot of pressure to get everything perfect and right, and also to give them something that's in line with the standards that they expect locally as well.
Alice Jonsdottir Ferrier has come from the UK to work on the club's launch.
They know what they like, so why not give it to them in their own region?
Sited on prime real estate in the exclusive Porto Arabia, covering 2,000 square meters, designed to cater for the global elite, the yacht club will contain a private members area, 2 restaurants, and a cigar lounge. But only when the construction is complete.
We've got to open before the World Cup, fingers crossed. There's quite a lot of work still to be done. It has to be ready. I think that's the other thing, is it has to be ready. There's no room for error or delay.
When open, the yacht club will be operated by the Corinthia Hotel Group, purveyors of luxury hospitality, catering for the global elite, with establishments in Rome, Malta, and London. But before the club's launch, the owners are working to bring international prestige to the project.
Our aspiration is to get an affiliation with the Monaco Yacht Club. To have that association, it would really determine our success. I think there is an ambition to turn this into Monaco of the Middle East.
The Principality of Monaco is home to one of the wealthiest populations in the world. In the 20th century, it became a byword for glamour, luxury, exclusivity, and at its heart sits the Monaco Yacht Club. But getting the club to agree to lend its name to a new yacht club in the Middle East is far from plain sailing.
Come and have a look and see what we've got. We've actually worked up some of the artwork in the book. So this is a sort of executive summary that we've created.
Managing Director for Corinthia Doha, Matthew Dixon has been working on the Monaco deal for over 2 years.
We've taken the liberty actually almost to include already that we will be part of the Bell Class. So it's a calculated risk.
Quite optimism.
Yeah, well, we have to have that in these projects. With 145 days to go, we need all the luck we can get.
It would be a huge coup to have the affiliation with the Yacht Club of Monaco.
For the facility we've created here and the club we've created, to walk in the footsteps of the Yacht Club of Monaco, but set a new trend for Doha and Qatar, that's really something that's important. But until the ink's dry, experience tells me it's not a done deal.
There is still much to be done before this yacht club is ready to launch. The Pearl sits just 100 meters from Doha, a city of 1.2 million people, on the coast of Qatar, a country of just 4,500 square miles. Squeezed into this mega-rich land are high-tech shopping malls, fashion retailers, and luxury jewelers. And they're all within minutes of this beautiful new city centre. One of the Pearl's most courted entrepreneurs is 30-year-old digital influencer Abdullah Al Abdullah. Today, Abdullah is taking a Porsche boat from the Porto Arabia Marina on the Pearl to Nobu, just 10 minutes away.
Everything is super convenient here. The only in Doha lifestyle, you know, going to lunch in a boat, things like that, you know. But for me, it's work. Although it is fun and exciting, like last night we had an off-white event here with Naomi Campbell, you know, but it's work. This definitely is just an average day in the life of Abdullah, that's for sure.
While Abdullah joins his glamorous friends, the Nobu staff are hard at work, preparing the luxury ingredients imported from around the world.
We get our Japanese fish from Toyosu Fish Market within 24 hours. So it's pretty much the same as if you would dine in Japan, pretty much.
General Manager Gaurav Khanna has been at Nobu Doha for 8 years.
We do deal with a lot of country heads, a lot of state heads, ministers, presidents, prime ministers.
You have all the influencers and people on Instagram who want to show that they're here.
I think people have a lot of conceptions about who I am and what I do and how I live my life and things like that. Because, you know, not everything on social media is real life, right? But I am a real person.
Qatar is the wealthiest country in the world. It's not just luxury brands related to food. It's hotels, it's designer brands, it's luxury clothing, jewelry, watches. You know, you name it and you have it. This is what Qatar is all about. But we're also here to serve luxury on a plate. And yeah, if you want to spend, we'll help you spend.
A few snaps uploaded, and moments later, over 10,000 likes from his 500,000 followers. The brands get their endorsements, and for Abdullah, another lucrative hard day's work is done. Qataris enjoy an exceptionally high standard of living, with an average yearly income of $130,000 and a 0% unemployment rate. It's one of the safest societies on earth. But on the exclusive Pearl Island, they're not leaving it to chance.
We have around 36 security guards. Normal activities that we are doing here when we start our duty, to patrol, to check everything.
Meza Ali is the patrolling supervisor for this evening's shift, and he knows the streets better than most.
You can say that I grown up here in this job and in the Pearl. They built it in front of my eyes. Now we have visitors, we have residents, we have people that are living here. For me it's nice, and for my colleagues also it's nice, because it's a nice place to work.
So what does occupy private security in an almost crime-free city?
Especially on Thursday night, we have teenagers gathering at especially near the cinema. We focus on them more. In our days, it was not like that. Because now, you know, the social media, it's affecting the teenagers now these days. In our days, it was just we was going out to play football.
Situation inside the parking?
The Pearl has installed a high-tech surveillance system
Caesar 7, focus.
with over 3,000 CCTV cameras manned around the clock.
Today for us is happy night, it's quiet. And welcome to the Pearl. Qatar is safe, of course. You can keep your car running and keep the key inside for 2-3 days. Nobody will touch it.
But the peaceful night is suddenly broken.
Okay, I think there's something happening now. You can see the details of it. Sierra 1, this is operation.
Operation Sierra 1.
There is a group of gathering near Maserati. Sure.
Copy that. See if there is a pipe. So, we'll check out there. Who's fighting? Who's fighting? تصوير حق الأولاد كبر. تصوير حق.
all is not as serious as first thought.
One of them, he fell down. I asked the teenagers that any fight happened, any misunderstanding happened there. They said no. I tell them just enjoy, but try to not make any problems for yourself and for the visitors.
The teenagers are already dispersing and any danger is averted. With the World Cup fans soon to flock in, more danger may be lurking around the corner. But Meza is confident his team are up to the challenge.
We have this experience how to deal with the number of the visitors. We are ready for World Cup, and we can manage to control, we can manage to avoid incidents or fights or any issue we can say that it will happen in that day.
In the city fit for the super rich, life is booming. For residents with money to spend and a taste for luxury.
I love art so much. It's a passion for me.
Ashraf Abu Isa owns the Al Bahi auction house, selling to Pearl residents for the past 5 years.
We live in a desert where it's mostly sand. So there's not so much elements of beauty and naturally in our life. So any object that has beauty on it, it becomes attractive to us. Auctions around the world is actually more male dominant than women. But because of the objects we are selling this time, it's actually almost only women.
That's because this week's sale is designer handbags.
We need to start with the top pieces at the top of the cases so they get more attention.
Rebecca and Yasmin work together at the auction house.
It's just like an adrenaline rush you get, watching everyone bidding and fighting over different things.
Operations manager Rebecca Joy Holt has a degree in antiquities, but this has not equipped her for Qatar's luxury lifestyle.
I have like 2, and they're good for everything. I know absolutely nothing about bags, and I'm getting there now because of Yasmin, yeah.
There are over 66 bags on sale, from Louis Vuitton and Chanel to Christian Dior and Goya.
This is just really exciting, beautiful.
But the star of the show is the Hermes Birkin 25, made of crocodile skin with golden hardware. Released in an extremely limited edition, its starting price, a whopping $85,000.
It's a really hard size to find. So this is the masterpiece of the show.
Tonight, the Al Bahi auction house is the place to be for the Pearl's most discerning women.
Very excited, yes. Lots of people showed up. Feeling good.
As the bids come in,
and 2,200.
And the bags sell.
Thank you so much for attending this evening. Thank you. Big success.
Now the star of the show is finally ready to make her appearance.
Lot number 54, ladies and gentlemen. And there are only 4 pieces in the world, and this is one of them. Shall we start bidding for this beautiful piece? $85,000. 85, 86 will be next.
Feels like there's a lot riding on it.
A phone bidder and an absentee bidder are battling it out for the bag.
Yeah, that was good.
Who bought it?
I can't tell you, it's a secret.
But do you know who it is, Yasmin?
Even if I did, I can't say.
Despite the bag's high price tag, it appears the most valuable thing residents of the Pearl can acquire is discretion. But for some things, one needs to go further afield. In the search for a world-class restaurant for the Pearl's new yacht club, eyes have turned to a European centre of luxury. At London's Michelin-starred Kai, the team are pitching to run the new restaurant at the yacht club.
We try to make the best, but we talk less, we do more. We just testing.
For restaurant owner Bernard Yeo, this could be a very lucrative deal.
So this afternoon we've got representatives coming in for tasting. I would describe today as a movie trailer. So it's got a cross-section of what the food's going to be about. We have to go in there and deliver something which is special and actually memorable.
Matthew has come ahead to prepare for the VIPs.
I think it's important to understand what the CEO, Mr. Ibrahim, thinks, what Simon thinks in terms of where does this food fit in within the sort of the Qatari population.
UDC President and CEO Ibrahim and Simon Naudi, CEO of Corinthia Hotel Group, have come from the Pearl for the tasting. This is one of Ibrahim's favourite restaurants in London. He's asked them to try out the prestigious new dining room.
There is nothing on the menu which we wouldn't have here.
And the duck is going to be there.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. That's your favorite dish, right?
Of course, favorite starter, yeah.
But today is about testing Chef Lucas's new menu items. Will his modern take on Nanyang Chinese cooking fit in the yacht club?
We're doing the very classic steamed fish, but different way, with the black bean and the fermented ginger and the orange skin. When you finish, we serve the guests. We just put a bit of fish sauce here. I cannot wait to show our flavor to them.
How are you? Well done. Excellent.
How was today the lunch?
Superb.
Any comment to this?
You could increase the size.
Okay.
Looks like Kai will be heading to the Pearl Island.
We won the lottery.
Yeah. Go, yes.
You must be ready. Would you like some dessert?
A lot of desserts.
Would you like the chocolate, is it?
All of them.
All of them? Okay.
Just bring it to the table.
Okay.
While Ibrahim and the rest of the team return to Qatar, Simon is on the hunt for another jewel of Europe, as he's not just launching a yacht club on the Pearl, he's building a new hotel and a beach club.
We're heading into Solimar Beach and restaurant and many other things. We're here looking at the ingredients, the beach, the sea, the food.
The Mykonos senses.
That's it. There you go, that's it.
The island of Mykonos is a shining jewel of the Greek Cyclades. It welcomes the cream of the European party elite, and one of the most prestigious and historic clubs is Solimar.
Where else to look for the best beach clubs? And Mykonos, yes, and Solimar is the best. We're heading onto shore, meet Alexandra, and gonna see all that she has to offer here in Mykonos.
Welcome to Solimar.
Thank you.
Solimar's Alexandra Pilarinos gives Simon a whistle-stop tour of the club, including the DJ, the restaurant, and some of the club's regulars.
Our usual clientele is worldwide international, but mainly Americans, Brazilians, Middle East.
You have all the ingredients here. You have the sand, you have the water, the food, the service, the music. And our job in Doha now is to use the same ingredients and find the right recipe for Qatar. And I think we have to reimagine it for the beach club and the Corinth.
Totally agree.
While Simon and Alexandra sit down to talk business, the party at Solimar is just starting.
It's Mykonos, and as we say, experience it in all senses. And if we can actually continue this with you guys, would be amazing.
Why not? We're made for one another. Yeah?
Yes, exactly.
The spirit is totally achievable. It's totally achievable. All the ingredients are here. And Doha has its own beauty, which we have to bring out in the beach club.
Thank you very much.
See you in Doha.
See you in Doha.
Doha, exactly.
See you in Doha.
Corinthia will be building their beach club and a new hotel on land reclaimed from the sea. The Pearls developers are creating a brand new island. Named after the prized pink-tinted round pearl, G1 Island will cover 400,000 square meters and is another shining example of Qatar's seemingly unlimited ambition.
G1 is probably one of the most luxurious man-made islands in all of Qatar.
Scottish expat Mark Doherty is overseeing construction of an impossible dream. A verdant golf course right here on this reclaimed land.
Everything just now is we're building from the ground up.
When completed, the course will have 9 holes, cover 60,000 square meters, and have floodlit fairways.
We have approximately 100,000 cubic tons of backfill here to make this profile that we're finding. So you can see the difference between the finished floor level and where we were. You can certainly imagine losing a lot of golf balls here because of the contours.
The biggest challenge will be turning the area green, with grass, trees and shrubs that won't die in the heat.
They're all from local nurseries, so the plants are available, they're in stock, and more importantly, there's the expertise in the country to plant them correctly, so they grow in time for the World Cup. There's a bit over 1 million plants and species here just now, and it's one of the oldest nurseries in Qatar. Okay, my friend, good to have a quick look at some trees.
Yes.
Roughly 96 palm trees, 3,336 shrubs.
Yes.
And about 10,373 ground cover.
Yes,
and again,
correct.
9 different varieties, okay?
Yes.
If you could take me through to show me, just one at a time.
Yeah, we will go to one by one, and you can check the size and the height also.
That's great. Okay, buddy, what do we have here?
It's, we call it Plumeria, and it's have different color of the flowers.
Okay, can we ask the guys just to double check the...
Can we check this?
The width and the height, please, for the colours?
They are also 420 each.
Okay, thank you. Each of the specifications are very specific in terms of the girth of the tree and the foliage and the trunk cover as such, so we're making sure that everything's to specification. What we've done is we've allocated individual ID tags for each of the trees and asset numbers, so we know that when the team come here to check, they can't swap it over later on.
This is one of the palm tree we are going to be used. We have the 3 types. This
Yeah.
one of them. Yes.
What's the overall height? Do we get the measure, please? 35.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that, guys. They don't just purchase 96 palm trees because we need 96 palm trees. They'll have maybe 150 that we can select from. It becomes a bit of a logistical nightmare, but we will have all this done in time with proper planning in place, and almost like a military operation, it should go swimmingly.
Next on Mark's horticultural shopping trip, he's off to meet grass guru Ranald McNeil.
Everything pretty good?
Good, mate.
Doing well?
Good.
It's looking good, yeah?
Yeah, no, it's coming along pretty well.
So how long is it taking this to get to this stage just now?
Well, this has been down 2 years. It should be ready to harvest in about another month.
Excellent.
They're using a special variety of grass called Paspalum vaginatum, bred to survive the scorching Qatari sun.
We opted for the off-site preparation as opposed to doing planting on-site and then letting it grow on-site. There's no obstructions, there's nobody driving over it. It's self-contained.
They'll be laying 32,000 square meters of grass. But to keep it this lush and green, it needs water. Vast quantities of water.
12 litres per square metre times 32,000 square metres. My friend with the calculators.
So, in the height of summer, that means 380,000 litres of water, the equivalent of 5,000 bathtubs, every single day. The team on G1 will use a water recycling plant to clean wastewater and pump it through mile after mile of computer-controlled piping.
Well, let's look at the part. You've done a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Construction continues across the Pearl, all working to be ready in time for the World Cup, including the team at the Yacht Club. Today, Matthew is welcoming Lucas, his new executive chef.
You know, they've been working a long time.
I think this is amazing building.
View you will have from outside on the right-hand side. I mean, it's a real standout feature. And that, I think, will attract people to come, as well as the food.
Don't worry, man. I will try my best. I'm ready.
I'm glad, Lucas. I'm glad you're ready.
With no kitchen to inspect, Lucas's focus is on the food.
So, Lucas, menu? Where's your thinking?
Yeah, menu, we try to use the local ingredient first.
But in a desert nation, how can exotic produce grow? By building your own oasis.
Look, if you can grow here, you can grow on Mars.
Fadan al-Fadan's obsession is in farming. The farm uses the latest hydroponics and aeroponics to deliver nutrients directly to the plant's roots through liquid and fine mist, thus achieving the perfect growing conditions for global produce in this inhospitable environment.
Anything can be grown. You just need the right tools.
After a short half-an-hour drive from the Pearl Island, Lucas arrives at this chef's paradise.
How are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you, Lucas.
I'm looking for any vegetable, not only for bok choy, because we can discover something new item in here.
We can create whatever you have. This is the best part.
Ginger?
Ginger, no.
No.
Ginger, no.
Okay.
We have Peking duck if you want.
I do. What you fix the duck?
Oysters and some shrimp, I think. The Thai basil, we have two types. The Thai purple and Thai normal.
Yes. Both I use.
Both you, okay.
Yeah,
both we have. Both we can produce.
Fantastic.
We have the jalapeno.
Okay.
Small jalapeno habanero.
Nice one. It's easy from here to a restaurant?
And yes, we do delivery. We need 24 hours notice. That's it.
Okay.
What do you think of our products? Is it something that will work in your restaurant?
Can work. 100%.
100%. I'm looking forward to eating my vegetables in your restaurant.
No problem.
No, amazing. So, no,
nice to meet you.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
On the Pearl Island, they've bought the best cars, handbags, restaurants. But can they acquire the prestige of history? As the Yacht Club's opening date draws near, the all-important partnership with Monaco is hanging in the balance. So UDC CEO Ibrahim is flying to the French Riviera to try to clinch La Belle Classe Destination certification.
The main purpose for this visit is to sign the agreement. It's very important for us because we need someone else with us with the yachting club experience. And sure enough, the Monaco Yachting Club was there for us to approach.
Simon is traveling with him for this one final push.
Very much looking forward to it. We put on our best suit and make sure our ties are neatly pressed, and we'll be there on time.
The Monaco Yacht Club was established in 1953 and rapidly became the center of the Monaco social scene. The emergence of the super yacht saw the yacht club continue in its ascendancy as one of the world's most exclusive locations. The rebuilt clubhouse, completed in 2014 and designed by Lord Norman Foster, sits at the pinnacle of the yachting world.
Today is about 2.5 years of work. Partnerships are made when you meet each other and you share a meal and you have a conversation. And I feel that's what today should bring.
And then we'll enjoy a lunch afterwards once all the signatures are dried on the page.
Matthew and Alice have been working hard to lay the groundwork for the deal. Ibrahim is here to negotiate with Bernard d'Alessandri, Secretary General of the Monaco Yacht Club for the past 38 years.
Nice to meet you.
But first, Bernard wants to show off what a truly historic yacht club he has.
You're busy. Yeah.
That is the story of the America's Cup story, and we are trying to show the past with the modernity, the mix between. That is a Fairmont now, and the club is there.
So this is the club?
Yes. Yeah.
The atmosphere makes you feel like you're really in elite.
With the tour complete, it's time to get down to more serious business. So serious that the camera crew is asked to leave the room.
I think it's a big moment where we have that building, we have that design, we have that setting, and how do we work with such experienced partners as the Yacht Club of Monaco to make sure everything happens? The bringing together of Bernard and Ibrahim is really essential because they're the sort of where the final building of trust and understanding can be made. They could really begin to see the potential. And so we've come to an agreement. We've spent quite a lot of time working towards and getting there. And at the end of the day, it was always going to happen. But it's there, and you know, it does really work, bringing people together to sign and to commit.
Sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's taken 2.5 years to get there, but it's worth it, and it means a lot to me.
And like every good visit, it ends at the gift shop.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Nice to see you.
If the ultimate status symbol of the super rich is a super yacht, Then the ultimate status symbol of the Pearl is a super yacht club. For over 200 years, Goodwood has been home to the most British of horse racing events.
This is the highlight of the year. Glorious Goodwood brings a lot of fun and excitement, and yeah, we have to be here. We have to see get involved.
But now, Glorious Goodwood goes by another name, the Qatar Goodwood Festival.
Distinguished guests, welcome to the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 lunch here at Goodwood House. Please welcome to the stage Ambassador of the State of Qatar to the UK, His Excellency, Mr. Farhad Al Attiyah.
It's an opportunity to exercise the soft power of sport.
Qatar and the UK, like all countries represented here today, believe in the power of sports to bring people together. We look forward to welcoming you to Qatar and for what will be a historic event for football.
Among the guests is England footballing legend Michael Owen.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to play in 3 World Cups, and it's the pinnacle. It's the absolute pinnacle of your career. Every 4 years, one trophy is won by one set of players, and that's the beauty of it. It's so difficult to win. It's everything to win something for your country, to win the biggest prize of all. As much as racing takes centre stage this week, with the Qatar sponsorship, I think everybody's already looking forward a couple of months to what's going to be a huge tournament, a huge event around the world.
One promising colt today is Mogadir, part of the Qatari-owned Al Shakab stable, trained by Richard Hannon. Mogadir is hoping to make his mark in the first race at 150.
All set to go here.
And they're off for this coral beaten by a length 3-bet. Surrey missed the grey on the wide outside Mogadir. On the far side, Mandobi, Secret State drifting towards the centre of the racecourse, coming near side. Secret State, the all-blue, Inverness tries to stay on. Maxon on the far side. It's Secret State near side of Maxon, and Secret State pulls up the King George V win, the Royal Ascot victory. What an improving horse.
I was delighted he ran a super race then. He's only a baby, he's only 3, but he's very big, and he'll be a gorgeous horse next year. So if you're here next year, you'll probably see him winning next year. I've trained a few winners here for Al Shakab, and they've been amongst my best days in racing. Qatar is probably the name on everyone's lips at the moment. Massive, probably the biggest event in the world is coming up there, and might get a couple of tickets. You never know.
It may not have been Qatar's day on the turf, but for His Excellency Hassan Al Thawadi, Secretary General of the Supreme Committee for Delivery and Legacy, the real prize came when Qatar got to host the tournament.
The 2nd of December for me was a very emotional moment. I expected the US to win, so there was a slight shock, and you can see the shock on my face. There's a very famous picture where you can see me kind of rooted, trying to figure out what exactly happened. But since then, it's been a great journey. I mean, it's been a very difficult journey at times, but I think through the challenges, we're able to grow. This World Cup is a great opportunity to build cultural bridges. We are fun-loving people. We have a great sense of humor. Our culture is very, very deep, and we want to showcase that to the rest of the world. It's going to be a great time, and we look forward to having everybody there in Qatar during November, December.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
3,000 miles away, just off the coast of Qatari capital, Doha, and the Pearl Island is doing its best to make sure it really is ready for the World Cup. This multi-billion-dollar man-made island is a gleaming citadel of luxury residences and high-end businesses, and will be a go-to destination for visitors. Soon, it'll be home to a new luxurious yacht club. But first, building work needs to be completed.
There is no room to slip through. Not even a week. It's very tight. As you see, the World Cup is happening. We definitely cannot afford what we allowed you for before, right? You have to finish by hook or by crook. You have 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but you keep on promising me and you will finish it. We're counting on you really to finish it.
And now, in the late summer, Ibrahim Al Othman, President and CEO of the UDC, master developer of the Pearl Island, has arrived on site. The work is being overseen by a vast team of contractors and builders. And progress isn't quite where Ibrahim is hoping it would be.
My concern is that you'll be installing parquet or madri ايش في الأرض. Frankly speaking, I'm not too happy with the progress itself. We should have been at this stage like 2 months ago. We're late on the project. We have like around 400 people working on this project, day and night, trying to complete this before the World Cup. It has to be completed. It has to be. If it isn't, it will be.
While the World Cup represents a daunting deadline for those behind the scenes, for the public across the Pearl and beyond, it's an opportunity to go football mad. Brazilian superstar Neymar is even in town, hosting his annual Red Bull five-a-side tournament. The Brazil men and women's teams win, and the prize is the chance to play against Neymar himself. While Neymar and his ilk will be battling in the stadiums around Doha, for many, the Pearl will provide a base during their visit. They might even find themselves here, in the Viva Barria district. Spanish interior designer Alicia Perez is making sure that visiting footballers will stay in the style to which they are accustomed.
We're going to the 17th floor, where we have the premium apartments, we have the duplex. This is a very important moment in the building because we are finalizing the final touches. Be careful that the doors are not damaged, you know, rectify the walls so we don't have this kind of cracks. And here over there is another tile that is broken. This has to be changed, okay? Also, please make the sockets that are level, they are not straight. We are aiming for people who can afford a luxury space. So it can be football player, I don't know, or maybe more. In these apartments, we have, I think our wow element will be the wallpaper that we want to use. A little bit like tropical, floral feeling. And of course, I think the best artwork that we have in these apartments is the Sirius. Having a view like this, you can see like you are one of the best countries, I will say, in the world.
Once completed, the apartment can be yours for a pretty penny, provided Neymar doesn't beat you to it first. As well as a golden PR opportunity for Qatar, the World Cup is a marketing godsend for those selling real estate on the Pearl.
Are you looking for a property for yourself? Are you looking for something to invest in?
German-born Leon Drescher works for Qatar Sotheby's International Realty.
To make it a nice drive, you know.
And on his roster is a series of luxury apartments in the heart of the Pearl.
I've been here now for a bit longer than 6 months, but always had the urge to leave Germany at a certain point. If I'm doing a good job, it doesn't matter how old I am. It doesn't matter if I'm 60 or 19.
Leon's goal today is to polish his sales patter as he gears up to sell the brand new apartments in one of the Pearl's most exclusive addresses.
So right here, we are in one of the 2-bedroom apartments. This one is a Type A. It's gonna include things like the artwork, the things you see in the apartment, like the carpets. So what you get is pretty much higher standard. You're gonna find great balcony views from all of the 3 rooms. The finishes here really are top end, as good as it gets, right? Going into the master bedroom, very important to mention. I mean, you get your initials stitched into the linens. You get everything you can imagine. Look at it, it's just a nice place.
If you fancy it, there's also a 3-bedder on his books.
Open living room, spacious.
And this one has a private pool.
Just look at it. It's just like, to me, it's a no-brainer why you would want to live here, right? The 3-bedroom townhouses price is around $2.2 million US.
With the apartments built, let the customers now come. The apartments are part of a much bigger development. The Al Fadan Group hasn't just built a new 193-suite hotel. It's created a brand new island, the St. Regis Masa Arabia Island.
Today, it's the first day of a countdown to the opening of the St. Regis Marsa Arabia Island on the Pearl. We've been working on this opening for at least a year now, and we're so excited to actually see it coming to life and to welcome our first guests.
Maha Burachi is Director of Sales and Marketing, and with the grand opening looming, it's now all down to the finest of details.
Shortly, we'll be presenting the uniforms. This is the first day that we reveal these uniforms to our team members. Are you all excited? Yeah! It gives me great pleasure and pride to present to you the spectacular uniforms. So take it, guys, have fun. That was amazing. So I don't know if you loved it, but I loved it myself. They looked exquisite, and they will be serving royalty. They're ready to serve royalty.
Are you ready?
We're ready. We were born ready.
The Pearl is run by the United Development Company. And from his perch in the headquarters, Ibrahim is able to keep an eye on the big picture.
With the World Cup approaching, I'm telling you, it's been, I wouldn't say a nightmare, but it's been a pressure on everybody involved. If we are not under pressure, we don't perform. I like to be under pressure, then I can perform to the best of my ability. Yes, it's very tight, but we have a few projects that I know that we will finish before the World Cup, and it will be ready to receive all the visitors.
The net, covering it, needs to be cleaned.
On the ground, it's down to people like Abdulatif Al-Yafei, Executive Director of Public Services, to make sure that Ibrahim's will is being implemented down to the last playground slide.
I'm just going my routine drive around. I do this twice a week, make sure that everything is well maintained, especially in the common areas, to ensure that we are maintaining the prestige and the lifestyle that we have for the Pearl Island.
Abdulatif has been tasked with ensuring that a new landmark on the Pearl is delivered on time. A town clock currently being made in Germany.
The clock has to be a luxury clock compared to a worldwide standard. This project is one of many other projects that we are working on, and we have to complete prior to the World Cup. Definitely, this is putting a lot of pressure on me and on my team.
The clock is destined to be sited at the gateway to the Pearl, on the Porto Arabia roundabout, turning it into a truly magical roundabout.
It is very key to have tower clock in the middle here that can be seen by tens of thousands of visitors and also people working around this area.
Even though the 8 state-of-the-art football stadiums in Qatar are brand new, football has long been a passion in this part of the Gulf. In this largely teetotal nation, it tends to be a civilized affair. Elsewhere, the culture can be very different. And crowd control is one more thing on Ibrahim's plate.
Morning. You made it.
To help preserve the peace, they've turned to a top British security consultant for help, Anita Spink, veteran of His Majesty's Armed Forces.
So that will be formal training, but we'll continue throughout with on-the-ground training and mini exercises to test people's understanding of the training and to be able to deal with different situations. And then dealing with individuals who've been drinking and noise disturbances are the main concerns. Football fans are coming in large numbers who will be drinking alcohol. When you mix the hot weather and alcohol into the situation, then sometimes people can become more fractious and situations can escalate. The security guards currently aren't used to dealing with, so it's preparing them for the different situations they may have to deal with.
For Qatar generally, and the Pearl in particular, it's essential that the World Cup generates positive PR.
They need to always be addressing the crowd in a very professional manner.
Absolutely.
And smiling face.
Absolutely.
They don't need to be aggressive.
That's what we're going to work on, and how they effectively communicate with people, explaining to them the better way to approach people.
Here you have multinational from all over the world coming into Qatar. So we just want to make sure these guests understand the laws, but in a very subtle and very pleasing way.
100%. We will prepare as much as we possibly can. There's always going to be the unexpected, but I have confidence that by that time the team will be well prepared and able to deal with the situation.
Over at the St. Regis, Director of Sales, Maha, is getting ready for a visitor.
Zuhur Al-Fardan is now working on multiple projects within the hospitality sector. So ladies, are we ready?
Yes.
Good. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Alhamdulillah. We're in the floating stage just before opening. I come almost once a week with the hospitality team, so like with Sarkis and Nader. It's funny because we see and we do the snagging and we're like, this needs to change and this needs to change. So it's very wonderful to see the final product, but it's also nice to have seen the details that went into it.
These are our trolleys. You've got some carpeting being rolled out. It's all a part of the opening experience.
Even the trolleys are nice, huh?
They are beautiful, actually, yeah. These are our beautiful art pieces.
The art pieces are really beautiful.
What we'd like to do is fly in Damien Hirst. We'd like to fly him in and organize a midnight supper.
My father doesn't like empty walls, so whatever empty wall we find, there will be a new painting, a new art piece. It's always nice to have something on a white wall.
Because it's such a stunning piece, yeah.
The piano that I learned how to play piano on, they're moving it over here. It's a very old piece.
It's a Steinway, أكيد.
It's not a Steinway, I believe it's a Signer, which is a German piano manufacturer.
Okay.
But we have as well 2 Steinways at home.
So you have to come and play here.
When it's empty, inshallah. We like to reinvent luxury constantly. So always finding something better, finding something more luxurious, and always striving for development, whether that's in materialistic, like physical manifestation of things, or just within ourselves and within the people in the company. It's always good to grow and to achieve something better. We continue the countdown.
Yeah.
And open on time.
Exactly. It was a pleasure seeing you.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine. Bye.
Bye.
As well as amassing real estate, Zuhur's father, Omar Al Fadan, is an avid collector of classic motors. He likes Aston Martin so much that he purchased the franchise.
I think this is going to be a good addition for our collection.
Absolutely.
And now he's picking up the latest car in his collection, the V12 Aston Martin Speedster.
Wow, very interesting. What beautiful combination.
One of only 88 made and retailing for around $1 million.
This car is an iconic car, and it follows the design of one which won the Le Mans race in 1959. Even if you want to drive it slow without being on a track, which you can do, the helmets are not in a location where they will create some noise for you. I'm going to try today without helmet, hopefully. Beautiful, thrilling sound. You feel so free when you drive such a car with no roof, with no canvas, no wind deflecting. This house matches this car.
Yeah, where are we? Tell me about this.
This is actually 3 houses being connected together. I built them for my daughters, so we got a very talented architect. And on the seaside, you see everything is glazed on 3 floors. And all terraces are connected for the 3 villas.
The Pearl cost around $15 billion to build and is above all intended to be a place that residents can truly call home. It means that the island, built from scratch in just 10 years, has become a magnet for leading architects from across the world, as well as homegrown talent.
The person that owns this house, who happens to be my dear brother, Salah, he is a banker, but he has passion for art.
Ibrahim Al-Jeda is one of Qatar's most distinguished architects, who has designed numerous residences on the Pearl, including this one.
This is a Spanish artist. It's a beautiful steel, made of steel, of creating these beautiful cubes.
He pays as much attention to what's on the inside as the outside.
Is that mirror?
Yeah, it is. It is mirror. Sometimes the interior designer will play a role in selecting what goes with what. Sometimes I would try to impose my own collection, and then we'll have a big argument with the interior designer, because art should also belong in the context of the interior design. Being on the beach, sometimes also you would want some artifacts that reflects your vicinity of the sea.
Are we able to pick this up?
It's an antique Riva. Oh, you want to pick it up?
Yeah. Are you able to show it to me?
Should I? I don't know how heavy it is. It's not heavy. He'll kill me if I break it. Oops. Oh, it has a base even.
I mean,
that's a dream Riva antique boat. It'll be nice to have the real one. I have a similar one, another Riva miniature, even in my office. I love these boats quite a bit. This is contemporary Arabic art, a famous Algerian artist. The way it's done like in 3D and having the Arabic calligraphy, and I think it's a beautiful masterpiece. Even though Salah collects art, all our brothers have a decent collection of contemporary Arab artists and international art. I think this is how houses should look like. House of dreams.
Ibrahim and his brother aren't alone in their passion for art. In 2015, world records were broken when a Gauguin was sold to Qatari collectors for around $300 million. Billions more have been spent on other iconic works of art. In London, Qataris also own Harrods, Valentino, the Shard, the Ritz, and Claridge's. While in France, they own Paris Saint-Germain Football Club. They have stakes in Uber, Barclays, British Airways, Volkswagen, Audi, Bentley, and even the Empire State Building. And they're hiring talent from across the globe, including one of Germany's most prestigious makers of clocks. Almost 3,000 miles from Qatar, in the Black Forest of Germany, work has been ongoing on the 15-meter-high, multi-million-dollar town clock, destined to be the centerpiece of the Pearl.
Very nice weather right now with rain. Of course, no rain right now in Qatar.
Fresh off the plane, Abdulatif is on his way to inspect the clock in person and report back to Ibrahim.
We are here to make sure that the clock is tested and ready for installation.
The work is being accomplished by one of Germany's most famous clock manufacturers, Perrot, founded in 1860. And a Perrot is still in charge. Johannes is the MD and great-grandson of the founder.
Okay.
Here, things are prepared for you.
Wow, that's great. What is the material?
It's a plexiglass, it's highest quality of plexiglass we can get.
With so much pressure to deliver the perfect timepiece, Abdulatif is leaving nothing to chance.
Okay. This one's supposed to be a little bit like this one.
Like this, okay.
Yeah. You see the screws? They don't look nice. They have to be painted. Our ambient temperature and the weather is totally different than in Europe.
Our goal is to have highest quality. We only use metal gearings, bronze bearings for long lifetime of the clocks. The high quality was increased in this case, especially for this project.
Perrot are famous for their exquisitely engineered mechanics. But Abdulatif and his bosses have requested a more up-to-date approach.
This is now just the hour strike, and now the Westminster.
Let's start again. It was too less loudness.
And this can be configured and changed, modified in case we want to modify it outside.
Yeah.
Something, it's possible.
Yes.
The finished clock will comprise 4 faces, 2 with Roman numerals and 2 in Arabic.
So here, this is how it will look like.
Yes.
It's beyond my expectation. Beautiful design, and also the most important is the execution. I sent the photo to CEO.
Ah, yeah, okay.
He's happy. He said it's amazing.
So we are happy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's gonna be ready, right? For
sure, for sure.
Definitely.
The World Cup is a sort of coming-of-age party for Qatar as a nation, a declaration of its modernity and eagerness to embrace the world. As one of the smallest states in the world, Qatar is surrounded by much bigger neighbors. One image above all symbolizes the spirit of the Qatari people, a heroic depiction of the Emir, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. It's the work of local artist Ahmed Al Madhid.
I want to express my love of the Emir, and I want to tell them he's the glorious. I want to tell that this is the one who we are proud of. This is the printed number 0 that I printed to myself. The original is at the National Museum.
The picture became known as Glorious Tamim and appeared on billboards across the country as a symbol of pride, patriotism, and devotion to the Emir.
I want to show you Tamim al-Majd. The big canvas is here. For sure, when I see this one, I feel proud of myself, proud of my country, proud of what we did, what we are doing, proud of the future, what we are going to do, proud of the citizens, proud of the Qataris, that what all together.
Now, Glorious Tamim is prominent on the pearl, an emblem of how Qatar is flinging open its doors to the world. In order to ensure that the pearl stays peaceful during the World Cup, around 600 additional security guards have been drafted in. And today, Anita is teaching some of them crowd control theory.
Okay, so the aim of today's lesson is to discuss and understand the process of de-escalation. We're doing refresher training and doing subjects that we wouldn't necessarily normally have to go into so much depth as, such as conflict management, de-escalation, because those topics are not as fresh in their minds as normal. What's this guy doing? Pointing, okay? He looks angry, doesn't he? If you are stood pointing at this, don't go here.
Like you're threatening something.
You're threatening them, aren't you? And if somebody feels threatened, what are they likely to do?
Some might react.
Yeah, they might react. And you could be causing a situation that wasn't there in the first place. What about personal space? Let's have a volunteer.
It's time for Anita to try out a bit of Great British role play.
Okay, so as I start talking to Yazin, what's happening now? How's he feeling?
Nervous.
It's better to consider taking no action. Watching it from a distance, watching body language, making sure that it's not escalating, okay? We've been training for quite a while now, and the training will continue all the way up to the World Cup with different progressive training, on-the-job training, etc. as well.
Can you get it all done in time?
Of course. Letting people enjoy themselves, because that's what they've come for a holiday and to enjoy themselves. Good.
In the unlikely event that there is any trouble, one man above all will be first to know about it: Ibrahim at the UDC. As well as a 360-degree view of the entire island, He has 3,000 CCTV cameras to keep tabs on what's happening on the Pearl, including his pet projects.
This is my office. This is where I monitor the main progress. Here we could see the yacht club with the last remaining scaffolding right at the entrance. So this gives me a quick snapshot at what's going on there at the main projects that we have. This helps me out when I see that there is any delay or hiccups. It's almost seeing and monitoring everything.
So how often are you looking at these screens?
All the time, all the time.
One thing sure to catch Ibrahim's attention is his town clock, which after months in the making has made its way from the Black Forest in Germany to the Pearl.
We have no key.
The only thing missing now is a key to access the freight box.
We have no key because it's not our lock. That seems to be the situation.
German engineer Berthold Rapp is here to ensure things go smoothly.
We need a cutter, a steel cutter. The key we brought with us is for a lock inside this case, not for this one. Wow, he got it. Very good. Okay, let's look. Seems to be good. Let's open. It was 30 days on the way, and we are happy that it's here. It has survived the journey very good, I think. And we are proud that it's here.
It isn't long before Ibrahim gets wind of the clock's arrival. And he's brought along Abdulatif.
Oh, it's completely different. Completely different.
Is she okay?
No problem.
How many days will it take you think?
We are planning at the moment. We are here 5 days, 6 nights, and should be enough, we hope, if nothing goes wrong.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Elsewhere on the Pearl, the hour has arrived for another grand unveiling. The St. Regis Masa Arabia Resort. And to mark the occasion, Sales Director Maha has made sure to observe an important custom.
Every St. Regis property has to have a signature Bloody Mary. The Bloody Mary was created by a very popular bartender in St. Regis, New York. And one of our traditions is that we create a signature Bloody Mary for every St. Regis property. And the one here is called the Red Pearl. And the main ingredient is thyme, because it's a Middle Eastern flavor. And why do we call it the Red Pearl? It's inspired by the sparkling sunset on the Pearl that you will be seeing while you're sipping the Bloody Mary. Tonight we have the handover ceremony, and the handover ceremony is where we hand over the keys to the hotel. And this is where the hotel is officially up and running and operational. It is momentous because we've been working so many years on opening this product, this spectacular island, and now this is it. We're opening it finally. Our baby is coming to life. It's like a new baby that's being born. It's exactly the same feeling.
It's showtime at the St. Regis, and also a bit of a family gathering, with Omar Al-Fadan in attendance, along with his daughter, Zuhur.
We are about to open the finest address in Doha, So, Mr. Omar and Mr. Khalil, I'd like to thank you very much for giving us this wonderful property. Tonight, we can say, finally, we are ready to open our doors for our guests.
Big night, happy night. It feels like it's really a reality now. I had people telling me they have been waiting for this day and they have a breath of relief after the key has been passed, so they're very happy about it. We passed the eye of the storm. Always my father and grandfathers, they're always saying that we're all one team, one family at the end of the day.
While the party continues at the St. Regis, a crack team of engineers is starting an all-night shift. Their mission? To ensure that the 20-ton, state-of-the-art German town clock is installed without a hitch.
So now we are going to lift the container up. The truck is going to go forward, then we will put it down in the ground. And after that, we are in box for the great moment. Just will see the mast and we will lift it up. It is a risky operation. The black one only, the black one.
Nothing is damaged. And let's see, we have to go on in this way. Stop. We nearly scratched the painting, but we could stop it in time.
Nothing happened, everything is perfect.
Disaster narrowly averted, precision German engineering prevails, and order is restored.
We fixed the raised socket from the clock, and the screws are fitting, the cables are fitting. We are very happy. We worked over a year for this moment. It's a very great moment for us.
It's the middle of October, and the World Cup is now just 4 weeks away. The Pearl has a brand new hotel with exquisitely dressed staff, a newly trained security force, and soon, hopefully, it will have a yacht club. It also has a new town clock.
Very happy, yes, finally. Very happy to see the clock, and I can take this project as one of the projects that we have managed to complete successfully and on time.
For the chairman of the UDC, His Excellency Turki bin Mohammed Al Qatar, and the other creators of the Pearl, the World Cup is a landmark in the history of Qatar. And it's also perhaps the foundation stone of a new relationship with the rest of the world.
The World Cup is the biggest event of sports in the world, maybe, and we are very excited about it. It's like a dream come true for the country, and the Pearl is in the middle of this. We are hoping that whoever comes here and enjoy will come back again, will come back as visitors, as investors, as a tourist. That's something that we feel or hoping that will be part of the legacy of the World Cup.
It's 9 days to go before the first match of the 2022 World Cup. And the Pearl isn't the only place in Qatar that's been rushing to get ready. Today, the media have gathered for the official launch of an extension to Doha's Hamad International Airport, built to accommodate the expected surge in visitors. And the man the press are waiting for is His Excellency Akbar Al-Bakr, Group CEO of Qatar Airways and Chairman of Qatar Tourism.
We built this in exactly 24 months, from start to finish. This airport is the home of Qatar Airways and the face of my country.
Among the outstanding features is a 65,000 square foot tropical rainforest called the Orchard, with 25,000 plants from across the world.
The plantation is being brought from tropical countries like Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia. We had a special crane installed only to do this, to bring the trees inside. And you can hear all this sound of birds. These are, of course, recorded. In my country, we always want to be the best in everything we do. We don't want to be number two.
Hamad has been voted the world's best airport 2 years running, and that's even before this extension.
You can see we have Valentino, Giorgio Armani restaurant, Armani cafe, and this is very rare to find in an airport. This is Starbucks Reserve. They don't have normally a Starbucks Reserve in airports, but because they wanted to be at Hamad, and because we are the best airport, we told them, I'm sorry, we cannot let you have a normal Starbucks.
It's launch time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start. Please find your seat.
This expansion marks a major step in terms of advancement for tourism in Qatar through this fine airport, especially given the upcoming FIFA World Cup 2022.
Akbar's airport is officially open, and many of the visitors will be heading straight for the Pearl. A place where there's no such thing as too much attention to detail. Already, Pearl residents have been busy building football stadiums and 5-star hotels for the fans. And those counting down to the start of the tournament have a brand new town clock to help them. But with only a few days to go, there's still much to do, not least in the Venetian-themed Canat Cartier. Rehearsals are underway for a full-scale recreation of Venice's annual Carnival with a Qatari twist.
My vision for Qanat Cartier and this area to bring Venice to here, to the Pearl Island, to perform Carnival floated on the water and add some element related to World Cup and to Qatar as well.
It's the brainchild of Hassan Al-Shawa from Media Work.
The stage area, it's the water. So we have to activate each single channel inside this area to let our guests enjoy as a first row of the concert on each lines of the channels around.
The original Venice Carnival was first held almost 900 years ago to mark a military victory. Its reincarnation on the Pearl will be part of a series of events to celebrate the World Cup. A troupe of 25 performers has been rehearsing non-stop for the past 4 weeks, and Monica Maimone is artistic director.
Però io credo che ci sia un fascino tra le due culture che può legare, che è la voglia di seduzione. Seduzione vuol dire che i veneziani erano fatti per piacere, volevano piacere al mondo e Adò è lo stesso, vuole piacere al mondo. Ça c'est tout.
So we start unloading all our materials that are coming from Italy.
Alessandra Rossetti is the project manager, tasked with making sure that the Carnival goes off without a hitch.
We really hope that everything has been well transported. Let's see how things are inside. I'm very curious. The first has come, so let's wait to open the door. Ole! It seems everything is fine. And then we start. When you start slowly, but then you start going quicker and quicker.
The consignment features 22 boats, 35 costumes, 2.5 kilometers of electric cable, and some Italian essentials.
We are going to install an espresso machine to have our espresso because, you know, Italy cannot work without 2, 3, 4, or 10 coffee per day. Can't wait to put everything on the water and start with our artists and technicians. This is the biggest event ever done in Qatar, on the water and in the world.
Today is update day. It's a real opportunity to scrutinize the work of the contractors.
For the past 3 years, Matthew Dixon of the Corinthia Hotel Group has been overseeing the creation of their landmark luxury yacht club on the Pearl. Major building work is done, but the interior is not yet quite up to scratch.
So it's a bit of sort of, how's your homework doing? What are the results? Showing progress on the project, highlighting maybe any areas that are perhaps not quite in time. So yeah, there are not many surprises, but some clear truths will come out as to how progress is really going.
Today, he's briefing President and CEO of the United Development Company, Ibrahim Al Othman, a man with very high standards.
The Bentley furniture, is it coming also on the first batch?
Yes.
99%?
Yes, except the furniture that we were talking about.
Which is a cushion, small items here. So how long would that training would take?
We have a 2.5, 3 week period where we go through induction.
Okay, I just want to make sure
Absolutely.
Once we open it to the public that we're ready.
We're ready
to provide them 7-star, if you like. I don't want 5-star, it will be a 7-star.
Yeah.
That's what we're aiming. Once we set the date, there is no going back.
I think it's now hard hat on, get your shoes on, and over to the club. Thanks.
Among the new yacht club's attractions will be a cigar lounge complete with walk-in humidor. But its centerpiece is a dazzling 400-kilogram chandelier, currently being installed by Serbian Dejan Tanasicevic.
I can show you how it's going to look like a glimpse of it. This is one of the pieces. This is a bird from the Czech Republic. Czechs are very known for their glass industries. We have, I believe, 15 birds that are coming from down, going all the way up in the spiral. Time is getting tight, but we're going to finish.
Along with the glass birds, Dejan's team must build and install their decorative iron cages.
Everything that you see in this space is basically a custom-made, and while we are assembling, we are finding a way how to install it.
Do you have any extras in case they break?
We have spare parts, yes.
Fresh from the squalls of the boardroom, Ibrahim is making sure that his yacht club is set fair for completion.
He wants it finished.
Especially the show-stopping chandelier.
It's not finished yet. Once it's done with all the decoration, the lighting and all of that, you'll see it different. I told them Friday I'll be here for dinner. So they need to be ready.
Over the period of the World Cup, the population of Qatar is set to almost double, the first great test of the newly expanded Hamad Airport. For those behind the scenes at Qatar Airways, it represents an unprecedented logistical challenge. Guillaume Aller is the airline's chief officer for cargo.
Qatar is a small country. We import a lot of goods for Qatar. With the FIFA, starting next week, we are bringing any sort of goods that are needed for the competition.
Much of the produce passing through here is destined for luxury restaurants on the Pearl and needs to be kept in peak condition.
This is where the mangoes that you had for breakfast in your hotel today transited through. All the food that is imported to Qatar by air comes through that building. And that's about 600 tons per day. The estimated number of fans visiting Qatar, 1.8 million, which automatically will lead to an increase of food imports because we need to feed all these people. Everything that you eat at the Pearl or anywhere in Qatar, like French oysters, French cheese, I'm sorry, I'm very French, but all the fine food will go through that warehouse to begin with. Fresh salmon, papaya, you name it, you know, mangoes, avocado from Mexico. The world meets here, literally.
As the largest freight carrier in the Middle East, Qatar Airways is equipped to carry every shape, size, and species of cargo.
Purebred horses, llamas, sharks, dolphins, lions, tigers. In the pipeline, we have 14 elephants. We're working on the hippos of Pablo Escobar in Bogota, back to Africa. Cheetahs, back to India. So those are all very wild initiatives.
Even in a normal year, billions of dollars worth of goods pass through here. But this is no normal year, and as the world descends, Guillaume's watchword will be to expect the unexpected.
Honestly, when I show up at my desk in the morning, I have no clue what's going to hit me.
Laying on the World Cup has cost Qatar over $200 billion. A calculated gamble for the tiny country to have an outsized presence on the world stage. But in the oil and gas-rich country, where citizens pay no income tax, the problem is often knowing what to spend it all on. Luxury cars flood the streets, and supercars are the norm. But newest is not always best. So today, one of the Pearl's central city squares has been transformed into an outdoor car museum. Welcome to the Qatar Classic Cars Contest.
Today we are in the Pearl Medina Central, and we are preparing for the biggest car show in Qatar.
Mark Daniel Martinez is car museum coordinator for the Pearl's most prolific classic car collector, Sheikh Faisal bin Qasim Al Thani.
It's my job to monitor every movement of the car.
There is one vehicle Mark is particularly proud to enter into the competition.
I like this color, burgundy brown.
Sheikh Faisal's precious 1939 Ford Deluxe.
It's a bit heavy, yes. All right, guys, let's go here. For your gloves, yeah? Normally, whoever pushes the vintage cars doesn't have jewelries or rings with them because it could cause a damage. No, just straight, straight. Enough. Good job.
Sheikh Faisal is given the honor of opening the competition, along with his rivals, the Pearl's other prestigious car collectors. Sheikh Faisal's son, Sheikh Mohammed bin Faisal Al Thani, is feeling positive.
The purpose is to share this passion with the community, and if there is a win, we will, be happy.
The cars are made ready for judging, But it appears the Ford's beauty is only skin deep,
Our engine is not 100%.
as the engine does not even run.
I'm nervous.
One of the judges is Lebanese expert Ronnie Karam from the Fédération Internationale des Véhicules Anciens, who'll be considering interiors, exteriors, originality, overall elegance, and then, of course, if the car works.
It's not working, okay. And the electrical, the lights?
Yeah, it's
also, so the battery is dead. It's not always easy to compare cars.
How important is it for the engine to be running?
Well, normally it's supposed to be running.
While the judges ponder their decisions, nearby, work continues on G1 Island, the Pearl's premier neighborhood that will soon have a brand new golf course.
In the summer, highest temperature, that could go up to 50, 52. It could be quite horrendous.
Mark Doherty is responsible for constructing the course in a climate where the vegetation will need a lot of water.
Currently, we're working on one of the secondary irrigation lines. We've got roughly 3 number 50 cubic meter pumps per hour, which is roughly 1/3 of an Olympic-sized swimming pool per day in this entire area. We have over 200 odd plus plants, 24,000 shrubs. Without this pipe work, everything will just die.
With the underground irrigation pipework fully installed, it's time for Mark's team to start planting up the course.
So we're pretty much finished everything below the ground. It's just the top courses now, yes?
We have around 194 trees. We already planted yesterday 86 trees. Maximum Saturday we'll finish all the trees in phase 1.
The all-important fairways and greens are not looking so green, but that will soon hopefully change.
We've cultivated the grass off-site over the Doha Golf Club. What will happen is we'll cut it, we'll trim it, we'll roll it, and then we'll bring it over here and we'll lay it almost like a carpet. And we've got a huge task in front of us. Just puts these gentlemen and myself under a lot of pressure. The grass is the last thing to do. I have a lot of confidence in the guys, and at the end of the day, if we don't make it, then it's curtains for me.
Back at the Qatar Classic Car Competition, it's time for judgment to be pronounced. And some of the country's most influential figures will find out if their prized cars are the hot rods of the show, or if their chances of winning have stalled.
Fingers crossed. I'm hoping for our car at least to have an award. Wish us luck, you know.
شيفروليه امبالا موديل 1958 من متحف القبيلة. فليتفضل السيد فردان فهد الفردان لاستلام التكريم.
All the cars are really jewels, especially for the collector. Each car is his baby.
In all, there are 26 prizes to be won, including for Best Preserved Vehicle, Best Extraordinary Luxury Vehicle, and of course the coveted Best of Show. Mark's vintage Ford doesn't triumph in the main categories, but he and his boss aren't walking away empty-handed.
I wasn't expecting that we have a good awards. We have this first, second, and third awards, and I'm very happy with that. We got 3 at least, yeah, on our 8 cars collaborations. So I'm happy. We're gonna go home with awards. So yeah.
Even Ronnie gets recognition for his hard work.
I see you got an award as well.
They are given awards for the judges.
It appears here on the Pearl, everyone is a winner. As the World Cup draws even closer, it's an opportunity for Qatar to turbocharge its engagement with the rest of the world. It's a process that Palestinian property developer Bassam Al-Akka has witnessed at first hand ever since moving to Qatar as a child.
Qatar has always been home to me. I've been here since 1974. It's not only the Pearl. Qatar in general is home to me. We are part of the society, of the Qatari society today.
The Pearl is one of a handful of places in Qatar where foreigners are now permitted to own land. And Bassam bought this plot while the island was still being dredged from the Gulf.
I bought this land around 2005. I saw an opportunity here because it was, freehold. You can buy and you can put in your name and you can register and you can own and you can have your own land deed. So it was something new to the country at that time. And it was an opportunity for all the expats to invest some money here and to put their future, on track.
Bassam comes from a long line of olive growers, something reflected in his daily breakfast.
Every season, I have a family in Nablus, in West Bank. They make this at home for me. They put it in small jars and give it to my friends as gifts. I make sure that everybody has enough for the next season. It is special. It is nice. It's homemade and it's fresh every year. Olive tree, it is a precious tree. You don't have to do anything for this tree except keep it in peace, watch it grow, and you'll see how much it will give you.
In all senses, Bassam has put down roots, even transplanting an ancient tree to this virgin territory.
This is a 500 years olive tree that it's been in the house since we built it. To have it here and to watch a history of 500 years in front of you, it's precious. Because, we grew up thinking that this is a desert and nothing grows except palm and desert trees. But no, the contrary. I have lemon, I have olives, I have orange, so I have fig. Okay, so it's like now, if you put, and you take care of it, it will come up. I hope it continues growing and we continue going successfully.
While Bassam enjoys the fruits of his labor, elsewhere on the Pearl, other freshly constructed parcels of land are attracting the most ambitious developers in Qatar.
People like views and sceneries. I'm more of, I like concrete, I like buildings.
Abdulaziz Mohammed Al-Mana inherited his love of building from his father and developed property to the style of the modern Pearl resident.
Beautiful.
But his taste for interior design in his own home is a little less traditional.
I don't play football, but it's good to have it around.
He developed a passion for Western culture in his childhood during an overseas stay in a less glamorous part of the world.
Growing up, my father decided that he wanted to send me to a boarding school. I lived next to a city near Manchester. From there, I took up my love for Man United, and I still support them. And these are all authentic jerseys. I'm a big fan of sitcoms, so I've got the manuscript of Seinfeld signed. I've got Everybody Loves Raymond. I've got Game of Thrones. That took me a long time to get.
He has spent many years collecting fond childhood memories, bringing them to his new home on the Pearl.
We used to love playing them. We spent a lot of pounds and 50p's on them. Brings back memories.
Memories of a very different sort will soon be created nearby on the Pearl. In the Canard Quartier, preparations for the Venice-themed Carnival are well underway, and Chiara is one of a team of seamstresses.
All the project is based on history and elegance and style, and we're taking a little bit of Italy, we're taking a little bit of Qatar. You take a lot of factors, a lot of materials, and you bring it all together, and you sew all together. So in this moment, it feels like that.
The original Carnival reached its heights in the Renaissance, where it became notorious for the ribald behavior of masked partygoers. Above all, it's famous for its elaborate costumes designed according to a theme that changes yearly. Here in Qatar, for the inaugural Carnival, the theme is pearls.
Pearls. It's like this. It's something you wear on top. The wealth of Qatar came initially from the pearls. They still remember it as their symbol of majesty and wealth. It's their past, so it's good to remember it and to celebrate it.
Some 600 square meters of fabric and 2,600 pearls are being used to create the costumes, specially designed to have the luminescence of a precious gemstone.
When you do a project like this, it's always a lot of work, but then when the performance starts, the magic will start.
At the Corinthia Yacht Club, it's almost time to embark on their maiden voyage. But there's still plenty to do to make sure everything's shipshape.
We came here like 6 a.m.
MD Matthew is even turning his hand to interior design.
And then we need to lose 2 chairs. Now we're looking at the furniture as it's been placed, and we're just working out whether it really flows. Okay, that goes. There may be a chair too many, there may be a side table that needs to move. So we're just sort of setting the scene a little bit.
The clubhouse will be furnished with handcrafted objets d'art imported from around the world.
We've got quite a lot of Lalique glass. So we're going to try and dress the room a little bit, give it a little bit of colour, a bit of flair, just a little bit more sort of soul.
This should be at the back.
At the back, or when you've got 2, you don't really see it?
It's in the wrong place.
It's in the wrong place. Now's the opportunity to get it to sort of shine. This is what we've been working on for the last 3 years.
Elsewhere, finishing touches are also being applied to the club's kitchen, run by head chef Lucas from London's Michelin-starred Kai restaurant.
Good morning, guys. So, today we have a training, huh? Yes, sir.
Lucas and his team have every mod con at their disposal.
Machine is new, the freezer is new, everything is new. We have a 2 combi oven, the west steamer, we have walking chiller, this 2, air dry, Peking duck, cabinet, we have 2, but London don't have.
But while they're waiting for the gas to be connected, the one vital ingredient they don't have is any food.
They are treating these bits of paper like real food.
Yes, yes. Are you ready? Yes, sir. Table 8, you have 1 Hokkaido scallop, 1 mushroom salad, 1 aubergine soy vinaigrette, and 1 fried rice ginger. Where is your salad for table 5?
Despite the absence of ingredients, Lucas works his team through the recipes to the letter.
How many chondori you have?
2 chondori, chef.
2, ah?
Yes, chef.
I think you are wrong. I have 3 orders. How come 2?
In the rush to get his restaurant ready, Lucas won't let the lack of food slow him down.
Faster!
There's no shortage of luxury on the Pearl, and soon there'll be plenty more people to enjoy it. For Qatari social media influencers, the World Cup is a chance to offer a local perspective on their newly famous country. And one of the most successful lives his best life here on the Pearl.
Snacks, guys. I got snacks. So yeah, I mean, I feel like every day is Christmas, you know?
38-year-old Khalifa Al Haroun is better known as his online moniker, Mr. Q of I Love Qatar, covering topics from local social guides to tech channels.
This is where we film all of the tech stuff.
His channel comprises 14 different series. He is the #1 YouTuber in Qatar.
It's our first ever YouTube plaque. Put it on the wall, always to remember. We got to our first 100,000 subscribers. The total number of followers that I have across the different platforms, roughly around 5 million.
But his start as an online influencer did not begin with such high aspirations.
I Love Qatar started when I was in university. And the first question that everybody would always ask me is like, what's your name? Second question is, where are you from? And then typically it would be followed up with a third question, where's that? I decided, you know what, let me put some information online. And that was it. I Love Qatar has grown to become one of the biggest digital media networks in the country. When people come and visit, they get surprised. They're like, I thought it would be so much bigger. No, you don't need the big giant space to just create. 2022 is a big year because not only do we have the World Cup, but a lot of people are going to be flying in. And so they're going to be experiencing Arabic culture for the very first time. I think not only are we super excited as a people, we're also a little bit nervous, because you want to make sure that, when you have guests over to your home, you want to make sure everything's nice and tidy and, so everybody can have a good time. So that's how we feel right now.
The Pearl may have everything you could wish for, but for the moment at least, the grass is greener a mile away in Doha, at least when it comes to golf courses.
All around us is all G1 Islands grass.
Ranald McNeil has been responsible for growing all 34,000 square meters of grass for the new course.
When you start cutting, you want to check the grass, make sure it's going to hold together. That's quite easy to handle. So they'll cut this in probably 2 or 3 meters length and just roll up by hand.
The rolled-up slivers of golf course are loaded onto a truck in preparation for their short journey to the Pearl Island.
Where are you going to work, this way or that way? This one. That's right. No, just do straight lines.
Mark comes to check on the condition of the first 100 square meters.
So what you see just now is the very first lay. Looks a little bit rough. Once it's fed for a couple of days, the lines will start to disappear.
Mark's intricate system of irrigation will keep the vegetation alive.
We have a sprinkler in here. It'll pop up after a controlled time and do a 360 spray and then pop down. UDC Tower is up to your right-hand side here. The CEO's office is at the top there. We have a camera facing down onto this location here. The CEO is very active. And if he doesn't see grass, I'm the first person he phones.
With the World Cup set to kick off in a matter of hours, across the Pearl, residents are marking the occasion in their own unique ways. And the Ecuadorian ambassador, Pascal del Chopo, is hosting a game of table football. Mirroring the opening game of the tournament proper, Ecuador is due to play Qatar.
We won, we won, and that's we can say, that it's going to be the same, in the World Cup.
And within minutes, he will know. As the World Cup begins. At the new yacht club, the building work is finished, and the luxurious interior can at last be seen. The check glass chandelier hangs resplendent. in the new dining room. The lounge is arranged exquisitely. The party can finally start.
Two and a half years ago, this was a hamburger joint. So many people have been involved, and now it marks the beginning of a new era in the yacht club.
In the kitchen, Chef Lucas can at last serve up his top-quality Chinese cuisine.
Now we have real food. Turn on all the gas, full speed. This is a new beginning.
And in the members' cigar lounge, the custom-made walk-in humidor is being put to good use.
For the Pearl, this is something that really adds to the community, just in the same way that there's the school, there's the hospital, there's the new mosque, there's the new yacht club. And it's part of that entertainment that keeps 85,000 people happy on the Pearl. We've cast off. The club is now on a course, and we've got a lot to give.
With the World Cup in full swing and the yacht club open, the marina has added extra mooring to accommodate fans arriving by sea. And harbour master Matt Sedgwick will be on hand to greet them.
This is one of our extensions for the World Cup. 8 new berths, so we can get the bigger yachts coming in. People like to see the big yachts. It's a bit like you see a Ferrari going down the street.
And one such Ferrari of the sea is due any minute.
So we've got a major super yacht coming in, 51-metre Emerald. So it'll be good. And then we will be sticking her over there in visitors. It's not very often you get big yachts like this coming to visit, so yeah, it's pretty cool actually. It's good fun. I'm looking forward to it.
It's different all the time, you know? No day is the same. I've been here 12 years now, and I absolutely love it.
She's looking good.
On average, a 100-metre super yacht, like many that will arrive on the Pearl, retails for around $275 million and expect to pay around 10% of the sale price per year to run her.
I don't mean to sound big-headed, but for us, it's a natural day thing, isn't it? You're dealing with millions of pounds worth of boats every day. Just to make them feel a bit special, we're going to do like a little water jet as they're coming in. And we'll do that for every boat that's arriving. It's also the first one of quite a few coming, so I'll get 101 questions. Who's on that boat? I was like, can't say. If the person wants to publicly put it all over social media, then that's fine, but otherwise, you've got to be discreet.
The super yacht Emerald is safely moored, and its owners can start enjoying the party.
Job done. Wait for the next one now. Pretty much like a car park. That's what I tell everybody. I'm a car parking attendant for big boats.
Just a few days ago, on G1 Island's new golf course, only a garden-sized piece of turf had been laid. Now it's an emerald green jewel in the Pearl's crown.
The team were looking at us with a 4 to 5 week window to finish. Everybody says, you'll never do it, you'll never do it. As you can see, done a fantastic job.
On G1 Island, it's mission accomplished. The Pearl now has a verdant 9-hole golf course that you can play even at night. And as the day breaks, Mark can reflect on a job well done.
For years, G1 Island's just been an idea or a plan on a drawing. Today will be for the powers that be to come down. We'll let them see what they've achieved. I believe there'll be people a lot better at golf than me to come and hit the first tee.
The man with the privilege of hitting the first tee shot on this virgin course is none other than Sheikh Faisal bin Fahad bin Jassim Al Thani, Vice Chairman of the UDC.
Was that fantastic?
All of this took a lot of efforts. It's really nice to have the green here now, and
I enjoyed playing it.
The Sheikh enjoyed his drive, and Mark's new course has survived its first outing.
As you can see, no divot to repair, so quite happy with that.
A short distance away, the Pearl is lapping up the World Cup atmosphere. But if there's one thing that can steal the limelight from the greatest show on earth, then it might just be the Canard-Cartier's Carnival.
We are ready and can't wait to start our experience here at the Pearl.
With World Cup fans gathering, the pressure is on for Alessandra, Hassan, and their team to pull off one of the biggest nights on the Pearl.
Because it's a World Cup. This combination between the cultures, already within this sports season, we have it. So let us have it also by music, by dance, by the gathering of the people.
For MediaWorks CEO Hassan, tonight is the culmination of months of hard work. To add to the pressure, dignitaries include the Italian ambassador.
I find it rather thrilling to see the Venice atmosphere play out in Doha, Qatar.
Should be now coming. You see, the floating stage is already there.
Our most beautiful thing is to see people enjoying. This is the most important thing for us.
Really, the beautiful things never be easy. Thank you so much.
For 16 years, Qatar has been building a seemingly impossible dream. Hotels, palaces, and even a brand new golf course. The architects of the Pearl and G1 Islands achieved all this and did it in time for the World Cup. The chairman of the UDC, His Excellency Turki bin Mohammed Al Qatar, can now look to the future.
Organizing the World Cup proves that we are a small country, can do big things, and we have a high ambition. Sports bring people together, and we take this opportunity to show the people our culture, to show our people who really we are, to see Qatar and the Pearl as a leisure and tourist destination for the world.